Good evening to everybody. Thank you for coming out for such a worthy cause. Community speaking to each other, having this discussion with each other is always a beautiful one because this is what it means to be an American. And I appreciate that. And what Gita was speaking about earlier about the stories, about understanding. Forgot what the writer said, that the universe is not made of atoms, it is made of stories, right? This is the thing that brings us together as a human species since we sat around that fire in Africa telling each other about who we are and what we're about and where we come from and what we had experienced. And that's what we're here to do today. Imagine for a minute you're an indigent immigrant, a refugee seeking a safe place to be. You traverse over the earth, the sand, the sod, and the sea in search of a turf that'll simply let you breathe. You arrive to a place that is claiming to be a land of peace, freedom, justice, and opportunity. And when you get to the gate, what is it that you see? A bunch of great Americans telling you you got to leave. Now, what I say next gonna get some upset, but some Americans I know come off as hypocrites, because some Americans I know, well, they seem to forget that some of them are the descendants of indigent immigrants. Forget how some ancestors fled anti-Semitism, or how some ancestors fled from potato famine, or how some ancestors fled from the dictator's cannon, and then they get here and act like they cannot imagine what it must be like to have to run and take flight from your home and your country because you fear for the lives of your family, worn by war's tragedy, political insanity, or unforeseen calamity. Think about it. Where would you be if others had just callously sent your ancestors back into all that brutality instead of opening the hand of humanity that ain't the great America that I want to see? Somewhere in a harbor between two cities, there's a green lady standing with chains at her feet. In her right hand is a torch that when lit, its flame represents the light of freedom, and the name that she's been given is the mother of exiles. That means every refugee is her child, see, meant to be nurtured to full maturity. And there's an inscription written on the pedestal she stands upon. Look closely and read along. It says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shores, send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me." Now those words, written by the descendants of an immigrant, seem to me to make something ring as quite resonant, that offering an immigrant and a refugee a safe place of residence is what it really means if you want to be a great American.